silent or silenced? The words of Oprah Winfrey, were you silent or silenced? In her highly anticipated interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle claimed that she had been silenced. Piers Morgan, however, was quick to challenge the statement, pointing out that during the period in question, Meghan had guest-edited British Vogue and had appeared in 73 public events, featuring many speeches during her extended period of being silenced. Controlling. Critics of Meghan Markle have consistently accused her of being controlling and manipulative. She tends to dominate conversations and seek the limelight during interviews. Reports from staff who worked in the royal household have complained about instances of bullying from Meghan Markle. These claims were documented in an article published in The Times. Leaked emails authored by Jason Off, a former communications secretary at Kensington Palace, described the Duchess' behavior as totally unacceptable. At number 8, Meghan has always misinterpreted many truths in her life to get ahead socially and professionally. While perhaps some of this is understandable when pursuing a Hollywood career and fame, it became a problem for her when her networking brought her to a meeting with Prince Harry. Suits in every way was a cable series with a not-so-great reputation, failing to open doors for her future opportunities. She knew that her age was a big obstacle in landing acting roles that could make her a Hollywood star. So, while staying with her famous chef boyfriend, she started using her connections to find acting gigs or wealthy English suitors, as reported by a reliable source in the press. It's highly likely that when she unexpectedly got a date with Prince Harry, she was surprised and fully embraced his world, maybe adding a few embellishments along the way. A childhood friend confirmed that Meghan had always been fascinated by Princess Diana and her sons, which seems to be true. Number 7. Markle Claw. Meghan Markle is now known for her firm grip when it comes to controlling Prince Harry's movements and is not shy about keeping him at her beck and call. Her signature move has been named the Markle Claw by social media users, referring to the way she places her arm on his shoulder when she desires his attention or wishes to move away from a conversation. This questionable tactic of hers has caused some serious disapproval over time, with many people labeling it as disrespectful and blaming her for being overly controlling. Even so, one cannot help but chuckle at the sheer power that Meghan has over Prince Harry and her creative methods of exercising this power. It was clear that Harry had changed since Meghan came into the picture. Where he once was beloved by his staff, now he was known for being moody and detached. Number 6. Samantha Markle's thoughts. In her book, The Diary of Princess Pushy's Sister, Part 1, Meghan Markle's half-sister, Samantha Markle, makes some controversial claims about the Duchess of Sussex. According to Samantha Markle, the royal is allegedly ungrateful for the financial support provided by their father, Thomas Markle Sr., and is described as being demanding and belittling and controlling. Meghan got whatever she wanted and needed from their father, but instead of showing gratitude, she is alleged to have acted in a controlling manner. While the book paints both Meghan and Harry in a negative light, Samantha claims that it is not written to attack her sister or in-laws. It's worth noting that this is not the first time that Samantha Markle has made headlines with her comments about her half-sister. She has been vocal in the media about her strained relationship with Meghan and has previously made controversial statements about the royal family. Number 4. Her past marriage. Meghan's introduction to acting was through her father, who deserves credit for becoming an award-winning light director. However, his credentials and position in the industry were not influential enough to open doors for her. To increase her opportunities, she married a Hollywood director. Despite this success, remained hard to capture. As widely known, she secured a role in the series Suits. Later on, she coldly ended her marriage with the director when she gained more celebrity status and started mingling with a more influential circle of acquaintances. Meghan Markle's divorce from film producer and literary manager Trevor Engelson has been the subject of much speculation. The couple was married from 2011 to 2013, and while it was originally reported that the union ended due to Meghan's busy schedule for Suits, details have emerged about the breakdown of her marriage. According to a friend of the exes, Engelson was shocked by Markle's decision to end the marriage and felt like he was a piece of something stuck to the bottom of her shoe when she told him she wanted a divorce. The decision reportedly came totally out of the blue and caused a rift among their friends, with many reportedly choosing to take sides. Number 3, Thomas Markle Sr. Talking about Meghan Markle's father again, the portrayal of Meghan Markle's relationship with her father in the media is troubled and submerged with difficulties. Her dad was hurt by the letter she wrote him, and instead of showing compassion, she used her network of famous friends to defend herself in a coordinated effort, making it all public. Her dad said he redacted parts of the letter because it pained him and he wasn't interested in fixing their relationship. But her lawsuit wasn't about that. It was a way for her to find shelter from all the false stories the media were spreading, using confidentiality laws to hide and protect herself. A liar, liar. There have been multiple allegations questioning the accuracy of Meghan Markle's statements, suggesting potential exaggeration or misinformation. Among many involved her claim that a member of the Lion King cast in South Africa stated that people celebrated her royal wedding like they did when Nelson Mandela was released from prison. This statement caused confusion because the only South African cast member denied ever meeting Meghan. It is possible that she was referring to the South African composer Lebo M, who she did meet at the London movie's premiere in 2019. However, Lebo M denied making the statement Meghan Markle referred to, mentioning that he couldn't recall the exact month or year of her wedding. A privileged person who plays the victim. Despite having gained a great deal of wealth, fame, and social status through her marriage to Harry, Meghan Markle often portrays herself in podcasts and interviews as somebody who's been treated unfairly. This can seem conflicting to many, as lots of people struggle through life without all the resources that Meghan Markle possesses. While it seems clear from her media output that Meghan wants to portray herself as a strong person who got where she is through her own efforts, her fame was largely achieved through marriage, and she comes across as insecure and vindictive. Lie number 10, she had no knowledge of the royal family. When Meghan Markle first met Prince Harry, she claimed to have no prior knowledge of the royal family. However, it was later revealed that she was not only a fan of Princess Diana, but she had also closely followed the philanthropic work and compassion exhibited by the late princess. In fact, Meghan Markle had even attended a party in Princess Diana's honor where she learned more about the royal world and its traditions. This small detail added extra depth to her connection and understanding of the royal family, making this little secret even more impactful. According to some sources, this was all a part of Meghan's plan. She wanted to be a princess since she was a teenager. Her old pal once said she was always fascinated by the royal family. She wanted to be Princess Diana 2.0. Lie number 9, she quit acting to focus on royal duties. After announcing their engagement, Meghan Markle, the former actress, made a surprising decision to leave her acting career behind and fully commit herself to her royal duties. However, as time went on, it became apparent that she was not ready to completely give up the limelight. Despite her new role as a member of the royal family, Meghan continued to find ways to stay in the public eye and enjoy the attention and fame that came with it. From her extravagant and widely discussed baby shower held in New York City to her unique and highly publicized guest editorship at British Vogue, Meghan Markle demonstrated her determination to maintain a level of influence and prominence even within the confines of her royal responsibilities. Lie number 8, she was a victim of racism. In her highly publicized and controversial interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle made shocking allegations of facing racism from within the royal family. These claims, however, have been met with skepticism as there is a lack of concrete evidence to support them. Many individuals closely associated with the royal family have strongly denied these allegations, further deepening the divide and sparking intense debate. The aftermath of this controversial issue has not only affected the reputation of the royal family, but has also sparked ongoing controversy and disagreement. Lie number 7, she had no knowledge of Prince Harry's royal life. During the engagement interview, Meghan Markle claimed she didn't know much about Prince Harry's royal life and needed guidance to understand it. The idea of being a part of the royal family was not something she ever dreamt or fantasized about. But later it turned out she actually spent a lot of time researching the royal family and even practiced curtsying before meeting Queen Elizabeth II. This sneaky move made Prince Harry think she was just a regular American who needed help with the whole royalty thing. As the truth came out, their relationship and the dynamics within the royal family got even more interesting. Lie number 6, she didn't want a lavish wedding. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got engaged, it was announced that they would have a smaller, more intimate wedding compared to previous royal weddings. However, their wedding turned out to be anything but intimate. From a star-studded guest list to millions of dollars spent on security, it was clear that Meghan Markle desired a grand and extravagant affair. But there's another lie she told regarding her wedding. During the Oprah interview, Meghan claimed that she and Harry had a private wedding without witnesses 3 days prior to their globally televised ceremony. But Piers Morgan expressed skepticism, as such a wedding would be illegal with only 2 of them and the Archbishop of Canterbury. Lie number 5, she had no involvement in the Sussex royal brand. After making the decision to step back as senior members of the royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle embarked on a new chapter by launching their own brand called Sussex Royal. However, as time went on, it came to light that Meghan Markle had played a significant role in the creation of their brand, going as far as hiring a renowned Hollywood PR firm to strategically build their image and reputation. This revelation left Prince Harry feeling deceived, as he had believed they were collaboratively creating something meaningful, only to discover that Meghan had been meticulously planning it behind the scenes all along. The complexity of this situation added a layer of tension and uncertainty to their journey of carving out their own independent path. Lie number 4, she didn't know anything about the media. In an interview with Tom Bradby, Meghan Markle claimed that she had no knowledge of the British media and its tabloid culture. However, it was later revealed that she had been secretly seeking press coverage and even had a relationship with some tabloid journalists. This lie made Prince Harry believe that Meghan Markle was unaware of the negative media attention they would face as members of the royal family. Lie number 3, she wasn't interested in fame or fortune. During their engagement interview, Meghan Markle claimed that she was not interested in fame or fortune and only wanted to use her platform for good. However, it soon became clear that Meghan had a desire for celebrity status and even pursued opportunities outside of the royal family, like sponsorships, interviews, and social media. This lie made Prince Harry believe that he had found someone who shared his values, but in reality, Meghan's actions proved otherwise. Lie number 2, she was bullied by the royal family. In her interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle claimed that she was bullied by members of the royal family and received no support from them. However, this was refuted by Prince Harry's brother, Prince William, who stated that he had always been there for his brother and sister-in-law. One of the standout moments from Meghan's Oprah chat was when the TV host asked her if she had been silent or silenced, and Meghan said it was the latter. However, Piers Morgan poured scorn on her claim, telling Tucker this idea that Meghan Markle was silenced. Meghan Markle guest-edited British Vogue magazine in the middle of her silence. Meghan Markle made 73 public appearances, many of which she spoke at during her extended period of being silenced. This lie caused further tension and division within the royal family. And last but not least, finally, the lie that we've all been waiting for. Lie number 1, she was a victim of the British press. In her widely discussed interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle made a controversial claim that she was a victim of relentless scrutiny by the British press, getting zero support from them. But hey, let's not forget that while she did face a lot of negative media attention, there was also plenty of articles that celebrated her achievements and recognized her positive contributions. By focusing only on Meghan Markle as a victim, this claim not only presented a one-sided perspective, but also got a lot of people talking about the media's influence on public perception. During the Oprah interview, she tearfully revealed feeling like she didn't want to be alive at times. However, she claimed that when she sought help from the palace, she was told it wouldn't be good for the institution. Piers Morgan clarified his stance, mentioning that he wouldn't say whether she felt life-ending thoughts or not, but he questioned her claim that she was denied help by 2 members of the royal household and human resources. He found it hard to believe that they would be so callous. He even pointed out Prince Harry's association with mental health charities, questioning why he didn't seek help for his wife if she was constantly feeling this way. Number 10, pre-planned divorce. Speaking to GB News, royal biographer Angela Levin claimed that Meghan had mapped out an escape plan long before she and Harry tied the knot. "I think she's a careful plotter," Levin said, adding that Meghan hasn't been around when Harry needs her the most, especially when it comes to dealing with his mental health. She went on to claim that Meghan is planning on taking full custody of their children once their marriage disintegrates, as well as a hefty amount of money for spousal support. In my opinion, here is what she is doing. She was making sure that he is in a hopeless situation so that she can get the children, and he's completely isolated from his family and friends, Levin told the outlet, adding she is absolutely separating from him. Number 9, Trevor Engelson. Meghan's introduction to acting was through her father. However, his credentials and positions in the industry were not influential enough to open doors for Meghan. To increase her opportunities, she married a Hollywood director. Despite this, success remained hard to find. As widely known, she secured a role in the series Suits. Later on, she coldly ended her marriage with the director when she gained more celebrity status and started mingling with a more influential circle of acquaintances. Meghan Markle's divorce from film producer and literary manager Trevor Engelson has been the subject of much speculation. Number 8, Corey Vitatello. After her divorce from Trevor Engelson, Meghan started dating Canadian celebrity chef Corey Vitatello. The couple had a seemingly happy relationship, but what many people didn't know was that Corey came from a wealthy family in Canada. Meghan was often seen accompanying him to high-end restaurants and events, giving her a taste of the luxurious lifestyle. Between 2014 and 2016, Meghan was in a relationship with Corey. Meghan met Harry in 2016, which potentially led to the sudden breakup in May of that year. So was Harry the reason for the end of Meghan and Corey's relationship, or was there something else? When asked, he responded, "I can't comment on that." Number 7, Prince Harry. Meghan's most well-known relationship is undoubtedly with Prince Harry, who she met on a blind date set up by a mutual friend. The couple hit it off and began dating in 2016, making their first public appearance together at the Invictus Games in Toronto. Their relationship quickly became serious and eventually led to their highly publicized wedding in 2018. However, many have criticized Meghan for using her relationship with Prince Harry to climb the social ladder and gain more fame and wealth. Number 6, is it a cultural thing? Reddit user Craig79 says the culture of the US is all about money. It's a culture that sees people get sued for just about anything. A culture whereby a doctor can get sued for saving someone's life. I've seen several American women say you get married at least twice. First for money, second time for love. I've yet to see any woman in the UK being interested in a man for the sole purpose of fleecing him for his money. As we all know, this is Meghan's second marriage. So could this theory very well be true? In our number 5 spot, separating Harry from his family. It is clear that neither Meghan or Harry had to leave England to step back from public life and quit the royal family. Harry did not have to be separated from his friends, family, and everything he knew. According to reports, Meghan gave Harry an ultimatum, forcing him to choose between her and their kids. Harry himself expressed that he had no other option but to leave his country and loved ones to fulfill her desires. Meghan threatened to leave Harry with their children and made him sacrifice everything for her own gain. All she wanted was the money and the crown, until she realized that she married the wrong prince and wasn't getting the crown at all. She then created horror stories that were so bad because they were all lies and fabricated tales, making her look like a victim, so she fled. Number 4, Roy McIlroy. Before she met Prince Harry, Meghan briefly dated professional golfer Roy McIlroy. However, some speculate that Meghan was using Rory to gain access to high-profile events and boost her own fame. The thing is, the relationship was pretty short, so we didn't get to see much else. Number 3, Marcus Anderson. Marcus Anderson is a consultant for the Soho House chain of private members clubs and a close friend of Prince Harry. He is also rumored to be the one who introduced Meghan to Prince Harry at a Soho House event. Some speculate that Meghan used her friendship with Marcus to get closer to Prince Harry and eventually secure a royal title. Before Meghan Markle met Prince Harry, a business associate of hers said she asked to meet famous men to date. Meghan Markle's former best friend has also said she was obsessed with becoming famous and that she used people to get what she wanted. Number 2, Michael Bublé. In the early 2000s, Meghan was rumored to be briefly dating Canadian singer Michael Bublé. It is rumored that after their relationship ended, Meghan continued using his name to get into exclusive events and boost her own fame. And last but not least, in our number 1 spot, shapeshifter. Meghan Markle will have no trouble transitioning to life outside of the royal family, according to Shanann Giovanni, a former friend of the Duchess of Sussex. Giovanni, who knew Meghan through Toronto's social circles while she was filming Suits, believes that Meghan's adaptability and ability to reinvent herself will serve her well as she and Prince Harry prepared to officially step down from royal duties and start living financially independently in LA. In an article for Talter, Giovanni described Meghan as a quote-unquote shapeshifter who is no stranger to picking up and reinventing herself. He also mentioned that within Toronto's social scene, Meghan was known for being able to easily immerse herself in various circles and was always a fixture at shindigs. These comments came as Meghan and Harry made final preparations for their departure from the royal life. Could her former friend just be salty about their relationship, or is there some truth about her being a shapeshifter? At number 10, the first date coincidence. We all know their love story began with a blind date set up by a mutual friend. But what are the chances that this friend just happened to be one of Meghan's co-stars on Suits? Did Meghan orchestrate this whole thing? We'll never know for sure, but it does seem a little too convenient. Meghan mentioned not knowing anything about Harry or his family prior to their first meeting, and we just find that a little too hard to believe. It was later revealed that she was not only a fan of Princess Diana, but she had also closely followed the philanthropic work and compassion exhibited by the late princess. In fact, Meghan had even attended a party in Princess Diana's honor where she learned more about the royal world and its traditions. Number 9, fake smile, fake everything. From the beginning, Meghan seemed to have a perfect smile plastered on her face whenever she was in public. But as we've seen from recent interviews and documentaries, that smile may not have been genuine. In fact, it seems like everything about her was carefully curated for the public eye, from her outfits to her attitude. Her approach to media appearances seemed similar to those of celebrities rather than royals, something that may have been overlooked by too many people. Meghan Markle, despite being all about equality, can sometimes seem a bit too obsessed with her own and her family's social status. Number 8, daddy issues galore. We all know that family can be a tricky subject, but in Meghan's case, it's more like a horror story. From her estranged relationship with her father to her half-siblings constantly speaking out against her, it seems like there's no shortage of drama when it comes to the Markle family. There is much speculation surrounding Meghan's father, Thomas Markle Sr., and brother Thomas Markle Jr. Both men have had a long history of criminal behavior and substance use. Even more troubling were reports that suggest Thomas Sr. had a history of domestic abuse. Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, was also reported to have financial issues and had a contentious relationship with her daughter. Meghan Markle's older half-brother, Thomas Markle Jr., has claimed that he was at the lowest point of his life and he lost his job and home due to his sister's fame. Number 7, controlling. Critics of Meghan Markle have consistently accused her of being controlling and manipulative, particularly towards her husband Harry. It is evident that she tends to dominate conversations and seek the limelight during interviews. Reports from staff who worked in the royal household have complained about instances of bullying by Meghan Markle. These claims were documented in an article published in The Times. Leaked emails authored by Jason Knopf, a former communications secretary at Kensington Palace, described the Duchess's behavior as totally unacceptable. Former employees revealed that Meghan had quite a demanding attitude when it came to her staff and that she had put an extra strain on them with her requests and demands. Number 6, can you be too in love? How did the late Queen Liz feel about his grandson's wife? Queen Elizabeth once said he is too in love with Meghan. Queen Elizabeth II was truly delighted when she was informed that Harry and Meghan were tying the knot. However, one expert noted that she was under the impression that Harry was perhaps a little too over in love with Meghan. The author wrote, "This was as far as she came to my knowledge at least, to ever uttering a word against the new Duchess of Sussex." Was Queen Elizabeth implying that the couple's intense love was actually a red flag? Prince Harry is known to be close with his grandmother, and he may have taken that into account when he was considering being with Meg, and it seems like a lot of his other family was not necessarily thrilled with his decision to tie the knot with her either. Number 5, Meghan's world. We've heard a lot about Meghan Markle's hopes and dreams over the past few months, but what about Prince Harry's? Do we even know the most basic details of his career aspirations? But none of that matters because it's all about Meghan. After they left the royal family, the conversation has been dominated by Meghan's triumphant return to Hollywood. Only recently has the story began to shift, not away from her, but toward her pivot into social justice activism. We've seen Harry embarrassingly try to discredit his own family to further Meghan's social cause. Number 4, royal tension. The Queen's apparent disapproval of Meghan is just the tip of the iceberg. According to a friend of Kate Middleton, Prince William absolutely hates Meghan and holds her responsible for his strained relationship with Harry. The once unbreakable bond between the brothers has been shattered ever since Meghan entered the picture. The situation has become toxic and destructive for all involved. The release of Harry and Meghan, their Netflix docuseries, only added fuel to the fire. It's clear that the family is deeply hurt by the couple's public revelations about their experiences. One can't help but wonder if Meghan has influenced Harry to expose the royal family in this way. Number 3, codependent relationship. Despite the royal family's take, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have attested to their seemingly fairy tale romance. In a 2018 interview with BBC, the couple sat down to talk about the origins of their relationship. However, thoughts about Harry and Meghan's possibly codependent relationship have become a trending topic on Twitter, especially following the release of Harry and Meghan. One user tweeted, in part, "They have the most unhealthy codependent relationship I have ever seen." Another person wrote, "I suspect Harry has been literally transformed by what he believes is his intense love for Meghan," adding that he's completely codependent on her. Number 2, her last marriage. Meghan Markle's divorce from film producer and literary manager Trevor Engelson has been the subject of much speculation and rumor. The couple was married from 2011 to 2013, and while it was originally reported that the union ended due to Meghan's busy filming schedule for Suits, new details have emerged about the breakdown of their marriage. According to a friend of the exes, Trevor was shocked by Meghan's decision to end the marriage and felt like he was a piece of something stuck to the bottom of her shoe when she told him she wanted to divorce. The decision reportedly came totally out of the blue and caused a rift among their friends, with many reportedly choosing to take sides. Meghan's divorce was one of the reasons why her engagement to Prince Harry initially caused a stir. But last but not least, in our number 1 spot, keeping up with the Kardashians. Meghan was already invested in her own brand when Prince Harry came into the picture, and her desire for fame only increased after their relationship became public knowledge. She even began following some members of the infamous Kardashian family on social media, something that could have been taken as another warning sign of what was yet to come from her time with the family. Meghan and Harry's relationship quickly escalated, with the couple getting married just 18 months after they started dating. This had many people questioning why such a major life decision was taken so quickly. It became even more obvious over time that Meghan was looking to use her relationship with the royals to her own benefit.
Number 10, the docuseries. If you haven't noticed already from her channel, I cannot talk about Meghan or Harry without bringing up the controversial docuseries that immediately made this couple two of the most hated royals. We have all seen or at least heard about the 6-part Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, and the tea on these two, especially Meg, is hotter than ever. The internet had been up in flames over Meghan's behavior in the docuseries, and some even felt as if it should just be titled Meghan, because of her dramatic approach to topics that some do not feel deserved a whole series, especially if they wanted a life away from the press and media. Body language experts have revealed that Meghan's behavior and actions show her as a manipulative narcissist who is using Harry's vulnerability against him and controlling him to do everything she wants. Others believe she just wanted to step away from the royals because she was unable to control the narrative of the British press. That is some drama. Number 9, non-good terms with the in-laws. When news of Harry and Meghan's move out of Kensington Palace to strike out on their own first broke in November of 2018, the public and the press came to a unanimous conclusion as to why that would be. Meghan. Everyone pointed the fingers at the new royal, suggesting her alleged difficult Duchess attitude was not just reserved for the staff and had caused a feud between her and Kate. Obviously, all that turned out to be untrue, and the Sussexes were expecting a baby and wanted more space than the 2-bedroom apartment they lived in at Kensington Palace. Kate and Meghan have always had problems. It came out in November of last year that there was a ton of tension between the royals, as Kate and Meghan were not getting along. This meant that Prince Harry and Prince William were also not getting along, and the whole family was not seeing eye to eye. This was super hard on everyone, but especially the Queen. Queen Liz was actually so fed up with the drama, she made Kate and Meghan sit down and sort it out. Number 8, mistreating staff. Leading up to the Oprah interview, the Times reported accusations that Meghan mistreats her palace aides and staff prior to the 2020 exit. While Meghan denied the allegations, noting in a statement that she was saddened by the latest attack on her character, the palace revealed they were investigating the claims. Members of staff involved at the time, including those who had left the household, were invited to participate to see if lessons can be learned. The statement the palace released said that the royal household has had a dignity at work policy in place for a number of years and does not and will not tolerate bullying or harassment in the workplace. Number 7, ditching friends for royal status. Was Meg ditching her friends for royal status? A former friend and colleague who said Meghan ghosted her, Gina Nelthorpe-Crown, who found the future Duchess to be hugely charismatic when they first met in 2014. Nelthorpe-Crown said she last heard from Meghan when the future Duchess told her she was giving up her career and terminating their contract. Ouch. Meg felt no type of way about letting go of her former friends. It seems as if a couple people have claimed that she cut them off as soon as she and Harry became serious. I wonder how Harry feels about this. But at the same time, if Meghan knew these people would share her business, then it would only be safer and easier for her to keep her distance from them. Clearly, they're still talking about her and airing out her past, even though she doesn't talk to them anymore. Did the Duchess make the right decision? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 6, short temper. Meghan and Harry's whirlwind romance has been in the spotlight pretty much since they got together. With fans and haters watching their every move, this couple is used to getting lots of attention, whether they like it or not. When Harry got with Meg, people started watching Meg like a hawk, dissecting her every move. Naturally, when you're part of the royals, people are going to be more inclined to know what you're like. As someone part of the royal family, displaying strong emotions is not necessarily expected, especially in a public setting. After being invited as a guest speaker at the Power of Women charity benefit, Meg seemed irritated after pictures of her were published where she was seen lashing out at an employee in the parking garage. The pics published in the Daily Mail show her looking pretty ticked off, pointing directly at someone. Some believe she was scolding one of her employees, while others say she was letting a parking attendant have it. I mean, as a royal, I think Meghan should have been more mindful of her position and the amount of eyes on her, but hey, there's always more to a story, right? And it's hard to figure out with pictures out of context. Number 5, the Oprah interview. After the infamous Oprah interview dropped back in 2021, the couple had been accused of prolific lying. With lies being told about racism among other things, people can't help but wonder what is the truth and what is being exaggerated. After getting an award for heroism, royal expert Angela Levine has spoken out about how they did not deserve it because of the things that were said in the interview. And if you haven't watched the interview, there have been endless criticism on many things that have happened throughout the interview, from questionable body language to overdramatic recalls of personal situations. She brought up how she hasn't gotten any help with her mental health, which many were also quick to call out by saying that was fake news. The question really is, why would Meghan lie about that? Or is it just easier to assume she's lying since they already don't like her? Let me know what you think. Number 4, mockery. Meghan mocking the royal traditions. Now, as many know, there is a scene in the series that shows Meghan doing an overly dramatic take of the royal curtsy she was to do when she met the Queen. As she is laughing it up, look over to Harry and notice his reaction. He is staring at her as if he's annoyed with her mocking something that is important to him and also part of his tradition. interesting. Seeing as if he is uncomfy by the mockery, it's definitely not a good look for Meghan at all. Other than the mockery, there have been several instances where Meghan chose to do what she preferred rather than respecting the rules of the royal family. Meghan's critics would say it was presumptuous of her to think that the centuries-old monarchy would suddenly change up its operations because of a newcomer. Meghan was not known to be someone who was going to change herself just to please the people around her. There was a conversation where Meghan had to be reminded that she and Harry were not as high on the royal hierarchy as William and Kate, because Harry is only fifth in line to the throne, while William is literally next. Number 3, using Harry for status. Our favorite, Piers Morgan, has been one of Meghan's most outspoken critics, claiming that when she started dating Harry, she dumped him as a friend. In any case, I feel like he might have mixed up associate with companion. In any case, Piers tweeted, when Harry and Meghan parted ways in January, she used him to get to the top. People say I'm being too harsh on Meghan, however, she broke up with her parents, the majority of her old friends, the royal family, and her family. She also parted William and Harry. I'm done fighting. He also referred to them as a pair of repulsive, deluded, narcissistic tools, following their announcement that there would be no further corroboration and zero engagement between them and the 4 UK tabloids. Morgan also forbade Harry and Markle from being discussed on Good Morning Britain, the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Express, and the Mirror. Number 2, break-in protocols. Here is an extensive list of times where Meghan simply broke royal protocols for whatever reason. She has worn dresses of shorter length than other royal members usually wear. The couple's wedding was not on a weekday, which is royal tradition. While on their South African tour, the couple made a request to only be referred to as Harry and Meghan instead of as the royal titles. The two of them are regularly seen showing PDA, such as hugging and holding hands, God forbid. She wore Dior to Archie's christening, even though the royal mother typically wears a piece by a Brit designer. The couple announced baby Archie's birth on the gram, and even though traditionally the news of a royal baby is shared on a ceremonial easel outside of Buckingham Palace, and it is highly unusual for a royal to do so, but she hasn't worn pantyhose more than once. As tiring as it was to list all of the times Meghan has done something different than what is usually part of the traditions or just unofficial rules, it makes us question Meghan's efforts to fit into the royals as she's claimed to do. In an astonishing allegation, the Queen was forced to step in and pull Meghan and Harry in line after Meghan was told she couldn't wear the original tiara she'd picked out from the Queen's collection. Meghan had her heart set on this tiara with emeralds, and Prince Harry hit the roof and they were told it was impossible for her to wear it. Apparently, there was a very heated exchange where the Queen spoke to Harry about Meghan not being able to have whatever she wants. She also had to remind him that Meghan gets a tiara given by her. The message from the Queen was very much that Meghan needed to think about how she speaks to staff members and be careful to follow family protocols. The Queen said, "Not on my watch." And finally, number 1, activism. Many people are starting to believe Meghan's actions are more performative than true advocacy. If you want to go and do something to help an underdeveloped region, is it necessary to bring cameras with you to record you doing a good deed? Meghan might be onto something, and we're starting to think the bigger picture is to show people that she is a good person who helps others while simultaneously using her status to get her way. Other times the cameras have been an issue is during the doc when the couple was called out for using a royal family approved picture of them walking about to prove a point about them being hounded